Hey there, what's up? Welcome to episode number 49 of the Brightideas Daily Nugget. I'm Trent Dyrsmid. In this daily video series, we answer your questions about e-commerce as well as to give you a little look over my shoulder as my team and I grow our business from our $2.5 million run rate where we're at now to our goal of 10 million bucks a year. So today we're going to talk about how, using the wholesale model, I'm not talking about private label, how to find products to sell on Amazon. It is actually a very, very simple process. And all of the work that I'm about to explain should not be done by you. It is laborious, to say the least. There are some tools, which I'll discuss, that can make it easier. But instead, what you should be doing is having a system for this, which is very easy to create, and then having a virtual assistant or virtual assistants actually do the work for you so that all you need to do is deal with the replies to the emails that you're going to get. And this is literally the exact formula that my company used to go from zero to over $100,000 a month in revenue in our first 5 months. And now we're in about a year and a half, we're up to $200,000 a month in revenue. And we just keep on growing, doing the same thing over and over and over. So it begins with what we call scouting. So let's say you want to do pet supplies. You're going to go in Amazon and you're going to type in pet supplies into the search box, and you're going to literally pick any one of the products. It does not matter which product you pick. So this will be the first search result of pet supplies. When you click on this product, you then want to click on the sellers of this product. And they're going to have the dumbest names you've ever seen, like A, B, C, Super Deals, and Terry Blue or whatever. The Amazon sellers have the most retarded names on the entire planet. It boggles my mind because this is actually part of your branding, but they don't seem to get it. For every single one of these sellers, you're going to use a piece of software. And what you want to look for in these sellers, you want to look at their seller statistics. And ideally, you want to go after sellers that are kind of at a certain level. So maybe they have a lifetime feedback rating of, 5, 10, 20,000, and they have at least maybe 500 feedbacks, seller feedbacks. And in the last 30 days, maybe 30, 40, 50 seller feedbacks. If they're in that range, they are not a very big seller, and therefore whatever they can source, chances are you can source it as well. So once you've found sellers that meet that criteria, or I should say, and a VA is going to do this, and a VA is going to do this. Once a VA finds these sellers, they're going to put them all into a spreadsheet. Then another VA is going to come along, and maybe that's all that VA is going to do. Then another virtual assistant is going to come along, and they're going to use a tool called Price Checker 2 to extract all of the products that the sellers that make your shortlist, to extract each one into a spreadsheet. Now, in that spreadsheet, you want to have some formulas, and the math equation is pretty simple. All the data will be there for you to very easily do this math equation. And that is, what is the total volume of products sold? So let's say it's 1,000 units per month. And then how many sellers do they have now that are in contention for the buy box? So that's basically the sellers that are using FBA, who are at the lowest price, plus or minus probably 2 or 3%. So let's say that for simple math, that this particular product is doing 1,000 units a month, and there are 9 sellers. Actually, let's just say, and then there's going to be plus you. So there's going to be 10, so equals 10. There are 9 sellers now who are in contention for the buy box. Obviously, you're going to be in contention for the buy box because you have to source it at a price that will allow you to do that. Then there would be 10 sellers. So that would mean that your share of the 1,000 units would be 100. Is 100 units enough? I'd say it probably is, because your goal on this product is going to be to make between probably $2 and $3 per unit. So this spreadsheet is going to do all this math for you because you're going to have columns where these formulas are baked in. You're going to then take the output of the price checker to product extraction. Your VA, I should say, is doing all this. They're going to put it in the spreadsheet. All this math will happen automatically. And then you'll have a column that basically says estimated profit per month. That's the column you want to pay attention to. So when that column gives you a number, and I would say that, you know, for each account that we have, I wouldn't want to, across the entire account, I wouldn't want to make less than about $400 a month, just because there's an administrative cost to carrying an account on your books. You have to have a phone number, you have to be in touch, you have to ship, receive, prep, pack, all this stuff. You don't want to do that for much less than $300 or $400. And at this point in time, we don't even want accounts that make us less than $1,000 a month. And that's totally doable, by the way. But in the beginning, you can set your sights a little bit lower, get some momentum, get some wins. So maybe they have 2, 3 products. Maybe they have 4 products that you think you could source, and you could make $100 on each one of those products per month. Definitely go after that account. So you're going to have all of these results that are in the spreadsheet that you're going to eliminate all the ones you don't want, and then there's all the ones that you do want. Then you can either manually do this, or you can get a little tricky, and I'll explain how you get tricky in a minute. But you can manually just send emails to those, or you can import them or whatever to a CRM and send emails from there. Or what we do is we use a program called Zapier, which interfaces between our Google Sheet, which is where all these products are, and HubSpot, which is the CRM system that we use. And when somebody enters the text in a certain column in that spreadsheet, fires the zap, the product and all the product data gets imported. And actually, I skipped one step. The VA has to go find contact information for each one of the products that you want to source. So an email address at a minimum. Ideally, you want the name of the right person, which you can probably find on LinkedIn, depending on the size of the company. And ideally, that person's email address, which you also may or may not be able to find. And if you can't, sales@company.com will suffice. So you're going to have all that data in the spreadsheet. Zapier will then pull the data for each one where you enter, like a yes in that column. Yes, 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 yes. That fires the zap. Bing, 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 bing. These all then end up in HubSpot, where you can have another VA either go and send a templated email one at a time, send, 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 or you can use a Gmass extension or an extension for Gmail called Gmass, which allows you to send them in bulk. It really doesn't matter which way. It's obviously less labor the second way. When you do that, this system, this product sourcing system, this is exactly what we use. This will generate as many leads as you want. I would encourage that you send at least 100 emails a week. We have done as many as 400 emails per week. And before I had a sourcing person upstairs and I was the only one doing this, I would literally for 6 or 7 hours a day simply sit in my inbox, reply to replies, pick up the phone, get price list, calculate margin, and ultimately open accounts. If you are looking to grow your business, your wholesale business on Amazon at a rapid clip like we did, without these systems and the virtual assistants to do all the labor, it will be impossible for you to do. It simply requires too much work. This is not that very difficult to build, and more importantly, it's very, very easy to hire virtual assistants. So you might be thinking, well, gosh, how do I build that? Do it all yourself one time, and then turn it all into a system by simply documenting what it is that you're doing. Take screenshots. If you need to make a video, but I caution you about videos. Videos are hard to edit after the fact if things change. That's why in our systems, we like to have screenshots and text, so we could just go and change the section that needs to be changed. And voila, you have easily found lots and lots or hundreds of products. And over time, thousands of products. There are now thousands of products in our database that are ideal to sell on Amazon. And this is the system that has allowed us to grow our business so incredibly quickly. All right, if you'd like to submit a question of your own, you can do that at Brightideas.co/asktrent. If you are not yet a member of the Bright Ideas tribe of e-commerce entrepreneurs and you're thinking, hey, I'd kind of like to hang out with those folks, just go sign up and become a subscriber at Brightideas.co. You can also join one of our Facebook groups. We have free groups and paid groups. And in those groups, if you're watching this video in one of those groups, I should say, I would love it if you would like it, share it, and ideally comment on it. If you have a question of your own, feel free to add it there. Thank you very much for tuning in. Oops, dropped it. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye.